A lot of times they get so comfortable of receiving. I want this, I want that, give me more. What have you been giving to that man, giving out? Is that woman doing what she needs to do? She giving you the type of justice that you need? If not so, then what are you doing? You're wasting your time. It's only gonna work with women that have a bad ego or so concentrated on I look this way, more so concentrated on the physical appearance. What is up, my BBossBaddies and my Batman fellas? It is your girl Bosana and welcome BBossArmy. Today I'm going to be talking about how to get in a woman's mind, how to understand the whole mind games that women play. This is going to be simple because I've done a lot of videos about this, but it's really because I'm going to tell you guys things that's going to get straight to your head. So with that being said, go ahead and check out everything that is on my screen. And if you haven't already, give this video a big thumbs up. So the first thing that I want to talk about as far as getting into a woman's head is that there's a lot of requirements and there's a lot of things that people want and expect and things like that. But overall, if you understand a woman's mind and what it requires, you'll understand that it's not as difficult. It's more so working on yourself and what's going to be best. And I know some men don't want to hear that, but when I say that, is that a woman expects a certain type of thing. When she sees you, she's looking at you and she says, okay, Prince, oh, okay, he looks this good. Sometimes you can be a 5, no cap. Not really a 4, but like a 4.5. Could be a little pushing it. And she will still say, okay, if he approached me or if we just come across each other, I would give him a chance, depending on what he would say. So now, if you guys are dealing with women, if you want to get in a woman's head, when you approach her, don't think so much about your appearance. And that's where it gets to a lot of women, because women actually do not care about how you really look. I'm not saying you have to be Shrek-looking guy. Women don't want a Shrek-looking man. But most definitely, if you look, just average, or you look at least a little bit over, sometimes for some females, a little under, a little, then she'll start saying that, okay, that's fine for me. They're looking at you and they're seeing a man that looks like this. However you look, you don't look too bad, cool. Now the next thing's when you want to get in her head, if you start talking to her, that's what's going to matter the most. And that's why your confidence, your appearance, and everything will play a part. It won't be everything. Confidence will be everything. Everything else won't matter as much. And so if you guys are approaching yourself to a woman, make sure you're mindful. What is she feeling? You will get the answer from how she is reacting. If you're trying to get in a woman's mind, it's really about how you are presenting yourself and how you are giving yourself to be out there in a sense of you don't care. I'm this person and this is how you're gonna get me. If you accept me, you accept me. If you don't, you don't. And that's where a lot of men lack. You have to get in their mind and then you can maybe have a positive outcome. But overall, is that woman for you? Is that woman doing what she needs to do? She giving you the type of justice that you need? If not so, then what are you doing? You're wasting your time. So being unavailable for a woman when you are trying to get in her mind, you're only trying to teach her that you're not gonna always be there for her. That's the whole concept that you have to take from that. It's really allowing a woman to know certain things that they don't want to know or they don't think is possible. And when they hear these things, it triggers them and it triggers their most best part. That allows them to keep going, their ego. It makes them realize certain things that will allow you to get in her mind. And those certain things are the reasons why women will submit and be there for you, be about you. But here's the thing. It's like, if you can keep it going, it's a different vibe. But the first steps is really about, oh, okay, I like your vibe. But now I gotta go back to work. I gotta be about myself. I gotta be doing my own thing. And this whole time, this woman's thinking like, if you come into my life, I'm gonna give you all of me. But now that you are coming into my life and I'm not even coming into your life like that, we don't have the same energy. Even if she's a little bit less or if she's a lot more up, it's gonna be like, okay, I'm not really feeling you in that sense. I'm giving you a lot more, or I'm giving you something that I feel like you can't give me. And for her, it's like, I'm gone. With that being said, I just want to say, like, if you're not available for a woman, she has nothing to keep looking forward. At the end of the day, you have to take in, women want a man that is not available all the time because they're doing their own thing. Not every single woman, because there's a lot of bum ass women out here. But overall, even if she's being a bum ass, She's thinking in her head, oh, I'm doing something, or I'm a boss bitch, or I got money, or I can just, do this. But really, all that is going on in their head is like, I can go to a strip club, sell my body, I can be a prostitute, because men will buy for some vagina. If I do that, I can make money. So really, what women are doing is finding values in the wrong ways. She will think about all these things, but she'll realize her value is not as great. And not saying that if you do that instantly, it's going to make her feel these ways, even if you're doing some months. But you have to remember, if you're going to fall for a female that is feeling these ways or potentially could feel these ways, that's when you have to cut the lines down, because if you get involved in that, it's only going to affect you, and it's going to affect you in a negative way. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and move on to the next thing on my list, and this is going to be the last thing, but we got a lot to say because I put some things in brackets, and this is just trying to get in your head. Ooh, those type of females, I put in brackets, get back at hers based on what she's doing. So everything that she got going on, hers, these things, all these type of things, you get back at her. And so I'm not going to talk too much detailed about this topic. If you're trying to be women in their own game, you have to keep in mind, most importantly, that she's just trying to get in your head, in the sense of she's trying to mess you up and throw you off of balance. She wants you to be all infatuated with her. She wants to be given the absolute attention. She wants you to take everything that you have inside of you and just be like, here you go, let me hand it to you. But here's the problem with women. A lot of times they get so comfortable of receiving, I want this, I want that, give me more. And they don't realize, oh, what have you been given to that man, given to those type of men that you feel like you value, or you say that you value. And that's why a lot of women will get away and keep continuing to play men's head, and that's why you guys will never get in their head. If you want to win a woman over with her own games, if you get in her head, then it turns everything. So getting in her head doesn't have to be so complicated. You have to tell her things that she's feeling about herself to be known. This is only going to work with women that have a bad ego, or so concentrated on, I look this way, more so concentrated on the physical appearance. If she really cares about her personality and her personality is everything, then that's a whole nother story, right? But overall, if you're dealing with women nowadays and all she cares about is where I look is going to drive men, and it has, maybe for these females, it has for so long. If you guys get caught up in that, then you can never get in a woman's head, because you'll understand the same thing that she's understanding, but it's wrongfully understood. So now back to you. That means a lot of times you have to beat her to certain things, certain ways that she feels. If you tell a certain thing and she's all hurt, oh, why would you say that about me? Oh, I don't like these things. And then you go ahead and jump into it and you say certain things like, I don't have to tell you because you look good. Certain things like that will make a woman feel otherwise, and they will think, he does like me, or I don't have nothing to worry about. And that's where it's going to play a big part for you guys, because you're not so invested and concentrated on have to let a woman know that she's beautiful, making sure that she receives the message of you look good, because you guys are scared that if she doesn't feel that way and she doesn't feel that way towards you, oh, now she doesn't want me. Women know that you feel that way, and so they're going to, of course, continue on and saying, oh no, you're only doing that because of this reason. You're only doing this because you feel this way, or you don't feel these ways at all. You guys have to stay true to yourself. Be about yourself. Be concentrated on you, because whatever outcome that comes out of you doing that is going to be positive in your own way. You still have yourself for one reason, but most importantly, when you're trying to get in a woman's head, if you give that energy to a woman, she's going to want to drive that energy to herself. Whatever energy that you're trying to bounce back on yourself, she's going to want to push it off. I want you guys to remember, it's not going to be all women. It's going to be more so the woman that gets driven off of attention. It's going to be more of the girls that get attention from men all the time. This is going to be the woman that get validation all the time. Men telling her this, men telling her that. So her ego is always going to be filled, and it's going to be feeded off of men that are saying things like this. So you guys don't have to play the part of being those specific men, because sometimes if you like a woman, you feel like you can change her, you might not just be able to. So if you give that type of energy, it's not going to work for you always. All right, you guys, dealing with women is not easy, but you guys don't have to give more than you feel like is expected, or what is most presentable, what is the most reason of to why you should be doing it. All right, you guys, so please keep in mind, women are always going to be there. Have to let it be known. Just don't get too stressed. So I hope this video helped you guys out, and if it did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you follow me on my social media. You guys will see me in my next video. Bye, guys.